So Arsalan, we have your resume. Obviously, I'm not qualified enough to assess you on your technical skills, obviously. So what I want you to do is walk me through your resume, like what kind of organization you have worked in, what kind of experience you have, which tools you have used, what kind of designs you have created, what kind of environment you have worked in, and starting all the way from your most recent experience or moving all the way back to your very first experience, including your academics. That'll be great. Please. Arsalan,
Hello.
can you
Yeah,
hear me
yeah,
now?
yeah,
Okay. Did you hear my? Did you hear me before that I was?
yes.
Okay. So if you
So
can, yes,
basically,
go ahead, please.
I'm working in a company named TechCuber, and I am there as a senior 3D artist. And
I'm
my
sorry, Arsalan.
field
Sorry
of
to cut you off. Can you speak a bit louder? I'm having really hard time hearing you.
okay, okay. So basically, I am working with a company TechCuber. Basically, it's a US based company, and as a senior 3D artist. And I have experience around 2 years in this field. But my main focus and my main JD is on character side, character design, character modeling side.
Okay.
And it's a software house.
Okay. I'm looking at your resume. Your resume doesn't speak regarding the organization you have worked in, especially your last experience, where you said
Last
that
tech keyword,
TechCuber. Okay, yeah, now I see it. It is
tech
mentioned,
keyword.
but very small fonts used. Also, there are no details of the kind of work you have done, like
Okay.
what kind of designs you have created, so on and so forth.
Okay. First of all, I'll talk about the tools, then with the designs. The tools I used Autodesk Maya, ZBrush, Blender, Substance Painter, and for rendering purpose, I mostly use Marmoset Toolbar, and in 2D like Adobe Creative Suite, Photoshop, Illustrator, After Effects, Premiere Pro, and yeah, 2D. I have in 6 years of experience in 2D, and likewise 2 years of experience in 3D. And 3D I design environments, clothes, characters, gaming characters, VR chat characters, product modeling, like that.
Okay. And what kind of industries that you have worked for or you have created a design for? So I'll give you example. We have
Mhm.
a few clients that belong to vehicle wrapping industry, and there is one
Okay.
client who belongs to a fabric designing industry, like t-shirt designing and so on and so forth. So what kind of industries or what kind of clients you have worked with previously?
It's a gaming industry side. Basically, I design a character, and the client wants to clothe them up, and I model clothes also as well for them. So clothing and wrapping are also I do.
Okay. And have you previously worked with any organization where you have to directly correspond with the international client, like gathering the information and so on and so forth?
No.
Okay, so where you currently work at, or previously where you have worked, who does that? Gathering the information and the requirement.
A salesperson, a
Okay,
project manager.
so you just work on the designing and they get all the information and submit the design once you're done.
Yes.
Okay. So like I said before, Arsalan, this particular client that we are serving right now, so they themselves are a BPO service provider, meaning they have end clients that are based across United States, And so they're very small businesses, like starting from a couple of people, maybe 5-10 people. So you will be deployed directly with the client, meaning so
Okay.
you have to correspond with them, understand what they're trying to have created from by you, or gather all the information. So there will be no middleman in between. Would you be comfortable
Okay.
working in that kind of environment?
Yeah, sure. It's perfectly fine because I have also experience in freelancing on Upwork, so it will be
Okay.
fine for me.
Okay, so since you talk about that, your freelancing experience, how active are you at Upwork or Fiverr or anything like that?
Uh, Fiverr, not active like that, but when I resigned my job, so recently I started freelancing, and in almost 10 days I have got $225 something orders from the client,
Okay,
international clients. So
okay,
it's a
okay.
very
So
small amount, but it's
right,
enough for me.
right. So the reason I asked you about your engagement and freelancing is because if all goes well from our side and we make an offer, so there is a pretty basic or simple employment agreement that we prepare for all the new hiring. But there are a couple of clauses that we mentioned beforehand that are out of the ordinary, so there are no surprises towards the end. One of the clause is the exclusivity clause, which basically says that while working for us full time, you will not be allowed to work anywhere else, either full time, part time, side business, or freelancing, or anything like that.
Dancing, okay.
Meaning that you have to finish off your career with freelancing and everything. So would that be okay for you?
Yeah, sure, okay.
Okay.
No issue.
Once again, the curiosity arises because even though $250 is not a huge amount, but considering the conversion rate here in Pakistan, that's a pretty handsome amount. Yeah, if you
Yeah,
convert that amount into
8,000
Pak
around.
rupees, right? So why would you want to leave freelancing?
Uh, Basically, it's a time consuming. It takes time, so much time.
True,
That's why.
true.
That's why.
Okay.
And there's a very huge competition in our field, so that's why
Mhm.
also.
Also, yeah, I
They
understand.
they, they do like cheap rates.
True, true. Okay, so while we're on the subject, one of the other clause is the commitment clause, which basically says that once you become a full-time employee after a 1 month of probation, we expect you
Okay.
to stay with us for at least 1 year of time, which means that you cannot leave the job, even if someone else reaches out to you offering you a role, or offering you more money or anything. You will strictly let them know that you are under contract, and you have a commitment to complete at least a year's time, and after that
Okay.
you are free to go. Okay.
No issue.
The third is basically part of our benefits plan, which is the provident fund. Do you understand how that works?
Um, Kindly elaborate.
Please. Okay, of course. uh, so provident fund is so we will retain 5% of your salary every month, and the same
Okay.
amount will be put in by the employer side, which is us. So altogether 10% that will keep on accumulating, adding up until the time you decide to leave us, which has to be after a year's time. So if you leave us before a year's time, you will not get any of that amount, which will be adding up. If you leave
Okay.
anytime after a year, maybe 2 years, 3 years, whatever, after completing your notice period and everything, you will get your clearance, along with that all the entire amount of the provident fund.
Okay.
Okay, so it's kind of like a savings account. So
Okay.
5% of every month from your side and the same amount from our side. Okay,
Sure.
so that's a
Sure.
basic
And
description of how provident fund works. All right. So provided if all goes well, Arsalan, how soon would you be able to join us?
sorry, repeat. Can you repeat?
How soon would you be able to join us if we make an offer?
Okay. After 1 month notice period.
Okay. So you've been working with TechCuber from 2022. Which month?
November.
November.
Sorry,
So
Feb. Sorry, Feb.
Feb of 2022.
Yeah. Feb. Sorry. It's confusing.
Okay.
November.
November of
November.
2022, you've been working with them. So it's almost, but exactly a year's time. And they
Yes.
have a policy of 30 days notice period. And can that be negotiated with the client, with the employer?
No negotiation
Okay.
because they had replacement for.
No, I understand, and we respect that. But I had to ask this question because most of the client, they want resources to join immediately, but having that policy, because we have that policy as well, 30 days of notice. So it's good to know that you know they're forcing it. Do you have any concerns, any questions so far, Arsalan?
Yeah, I have one question that
Please.
after the contract of 1 year, what will be the next process, not next procedure? What was the next procedure?
So by contract, it does not mean that you don't have a job. It doesn't mean that. There is no
Yeah,
end date to the
exactly. I
contract.
asked about job security. So,
Right. Yeah. So there is no end date to the contract. By contract, I simply meant agreement. So it's a
okay,
basic employment agreement that lots of other companies enforce. And, there are few things out of the ordinary, which I've already discussed with you, the commitment clause, the exclusivity clause, and the provident fund. But other than that, there is simple, HR policies, leave policies, and so on and so forth. So there is no end date to the contract. Like after a year's time, you don't have a job. It's nothing like that.
okay,
Okay.
sure.
Anything else?
No, thank you.
Okay. So we will be sharing your profile with the client and the management as soon as they come back to us. If they do decide to move forward, you're probably looking at maybe 1 to 2 more rounds. After that, they will
Okay,
make a decision, and hopefully, if they do make an offer to you, so our onboarding process is, someone from the IT department will be connecting with you to check what kind of equipments you have, if it's feasible or not, like internet connection, your machine specs, and so on and so forth. And then we'll move ahead with the offer, and we'll take it from over there. All right.
okay,
All right. Thank you very much once again, Arsalan. As soon as we hear anything back, you'll be the first one to know, and we'll take it from over there. All right.
okay. Thank you,
Thank
Ashish.
you. Allah Hafiz.